Part 40. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, Ai Ren Huo Xiangxiao. Chapter 408. Media Asia Dojo has been very busy these days. The entire dojo was almost filled with students who had come to participate in the national competition. Preparations before the competition were impossible without elf battles. The temporary venues provided by the school were naturally not enough, so the private dojos around Fudan became popular because of this. Everyone, please pay attention. This is the opportunity that the principal has fought for everyone. During class, let the teacher take you out to watch the trainers fight. I know, teacher. Wow, that blue elf is so powerful, he actually defeated 10 elves. I know, it's in the elf textbook, and it's Guo Ranweng. Its moves, what are its moves? As expected, there are so few introduced in the book. The elf world is so big, of course you have to see it for yourself. Sure enough, Weng is a super elf. I heard my grandfather say that such an elf will not take the initiative, but will rebound the attacks it receives. So that's it? So awesome. The Elf High School and Elf Junior High School near the Media Asia Dojo even came here after hearing the news. The proximity of the colleges and universities that host the national competition every year has driven a large number of tourism and battle industries. For future trainers who are still studying in school, it is a good idea to see a wonderful battle between elves will undoubtedly leave a deep impression on their minds. It's great, when I was this age, there was no such competition in school. Yang Yu sighed in his heart. Wang Yuqian looked at Yang Yu carefully up and down with very strange eyes. Are you talking in human language? What? How many people at your age can go to the gym to challenge the resident trainer? Watching the battle, others are watching you fight, right? Wang Yuqian felt that he should not lead the way for Yang Yu. This person. I feel like I don't have many words to say. Once upon a time, Yang Yu and Yang Xiao could only watch the players playing elf battles on the old TV at home. As for the scene, if they were lucky, they could sneak over the wall to watch, let alone buy tickets. At that time, there was nothing spare money. However, what Wang Yuqian just said. Watch Yang Yu fight? To watch him fight against elves, you have to pay, right? Hey, that's a really good idea. It's a pity. If Yang Yu opens his own dojo in the future and lets Gyarados and Gyarados fight, that kind of confrontation between large elves will definitely attract a large audience, and it will be almost unique. Monopoly. The most profitable thing is Monopoly, right? Hey, what are you thinking about? Your eyes are so crooked from smiling, can you be a human being? Why am I not a human being? I'm excited for a moment, Yang Yu grinned and saw the staff in the dojo presented a 10-win ribbon to Gao Mao's Guo Ranweng. Guo Ranweng tied the ribbon on his head. It looks like he is holding something in his mouth. The little dream demon pointed at the ribbon on Quarren Weng's head. This one, tied on his head, it also wants it. Sister Yuqian, are you here too? And Yang Yu. Behind him, Xia Yuyu's figure appeared, and at the same time, there was someone who looked familiar to Yang Yu. Wang Qian. When Wang Qian recognized Yang Yu next to Senior Wang Yuqian as the trainer who defeated Yanjing Hujing in Meteor Lake, her expression was complicated. She knew it too. Yang Yu is Wen Renfang Chen's roommate. Who would have thought that once upon a time, that one Carp King during the military training in the Nanshan military camp would now be a giant Gyarados flying in a group of 8 dragons? Who would have thought that at this time? It's not even a year. The huge gap made Wang Qian understand that there was an insurmountable gap that made it impossible to catch up. Yang Yu, come on, I'm telling you. Gao Mao said he saw you at the door when he came back. Sure enough, it was you. He didn't even say a word when he came. Hong Kong will let the duck get on him later. Together. Hey, Yang Yu, I'm really awesome, aren't I? Gao Mao said with a big belly. Sao Nansha. Wenren Fang Chen saw Wang Jian, nodded slightly, and then focused on Yang Yu. Hey, hey, awesome. Sure enough, Wang is awesome. Yang Yu's little dream demon flew in front of Guo Ranweng with envy, looked at the ribbon tied on Guo Ranweng's head, and his two big black eyes with red irises, looked at Yang Yu pitifully, and stretched out his hand to pull Yang Yu. Royal hand. Ying ying ying. The little dream monster wants this too. Want this? Okay, okay, you're here, let's have fun. Little dream demon, take little Bao Bao to sign up later. Yang Yu took out Xiao Bao Bao's pokeball from his pocket and handed it to the little dream demon, who immediately held it in his arms. It is. Little dream monster trainer, that's it? Lao Wen, Lao Gao, let's go. Wang Yuqian, are you guys coming together? Yang Yu invited. Forget it, I'll stay with you and Qian and won't go to your place. Wang Yuqian looked thoughtfully at Wang Qian's embarrassed expression. A small black cloud held a pokeball in its arms, followed by Yang Yu, Wenren Fang Chen and Hong Kun, floating towards the dojo battle stage. Excuse me, who signed up to participate in the arena competition? The staff member raised his head and saw a familiar body. With this tonnage, it was hardly familiar. The distinguished players with 10 wins in the arena cannot register for the time being. Ha ha ha, Gao Mao, what about you? People are afraid that you will get another ribbon. There are also snacks and elf coins. Yang Yu, just now Hong Kong sent a message to complain, saying that there was no food left in the contestants' rest area, and Gao Mao took care of it all. Wenren Fang Chen Liang smiled while looking at the phone screen. Come on, I can't eat that much by myself. I only ate a bag of chocolates and a box of egg yolk cakes, Gao Mao argued repeatedly. Yang Yu and Wenren Fang Chen's half-smiling eyes fell on Gao Mao. Okay, okay, little Top Hat and little Kirby also ate a little. Gao Mao gestured with his index finger and thumb, that's all. The staff felt that they could no longer listen and interrupted repeatedly, other than the distinguished Mr. Gao Mao, who can sign up. The eyes of Wenren Fang Chen and Hong Kong fell on Yang Yu. The staff member looked at Yang Yu, excuse me. The little dream demon took the elf ball and knocked it on the windowsill. It's the little dream monster who wants to sign up, not the owner. When the little dream demon gets angry, the consequences will be serious. Be careful, I summon little Bao Bao here on the windowsill, I'll scare you to death. Yang Yu shrugged, pointed in the direction of the little dream demon, and showed an honest smile, that's it, it's the trainer who wants to sign up for the ring competition. The staff felt a little confused. Isn't this an elf? Sign up for the elf, this is. The little dream demon's hand slapped quickly on the registration windowsill. Ignorant humans. Little Bao Bao. My little dream demon used the elf ball to collect it? Do it quickly, or else you'll have to press the calculator, and your salary and bonus will all go to zero. The Elf Dimension chat group is now available. Sister Xiao Meng's new book, all trainers are welcome to support. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huo Xiao. Chapter 409. Yang Yu labeled the little dream demon, today's 43rd dojo battle trainer. The little dream demon raised his head and puffed out his chest with the elf ball in his arms. Very impressive. Little dream demon, come on. Yang Yu extended his fist to the little dream demon. The small black fist clashed with Yang Yu's fist. The little dream demon gave Yang Yu a wink. Be at ease. This dream demon king will definitely display his master's fine traditions and make the whole audience cry. Yang Yu, you still know how to play. Gao Mao was speechless. This was the first time that Wenren Fang Chen saw an elf enter the battlefield holding an elf ball, and if he wins 10 games in a row. The acting style of a master like Yang Yajun is really unexpected. He is like a boss behind the scenes, thinking wildly but very feasible, and at the same time firmly controlling the overall situation. It seems that he likes to deduct coins, but in fact no one knows Yang Yajun's true preferences. This is a man with extremely strong control. However, as a trainer, he is young and powerful. What woman wouldn't like him? In the office of the general manager of Media Asia Dojo, it was as if a beautiful cherry blossom rain had fallen in the indoor space. I folded my umbrella and sighed, but in the end, only one cherry blossom rain fell on the ground. Who are you? Why are you here, security guard, security guard? Lily Sakura snapped her fingers softly with her hands, and her clean face lightly painted with makeup lit up with a smile. After contestant number 43 defends the ring, the 9th contestant who will be challenged later, the person assigned to me, here are the 200,000 elves. Coin, this is not a difficult problem for Mr. Shell. I'm not provoking trouble. In normal competitions, the elves used are of advanced strength. I just want to see that person's strength. A pleasure to work with. Beihuing didn't give manager Xiao a chance to refuse, so she held up the umbrella again, and the cherry blossoms fell again. When her figure disappeared, there was an extra card on the desk of the general manager of Media Asia Dojo, and a floating cherry blossom. This is... Manager Xiao's eyes flickered. This woman is not easy to mess with, but it's not worth offending a powerful person for a trivial matter. Besides, it's just a matter of changing the order of the battle. It's no big deal. Besides, it's these 200,000 elf coins. Captain Wang, it's me, I'm Xiao Yan. If contestant number 43 successfully defends the ring, the place for the 9th duel will be given up first. Do you understand? General Manager Xiao made the call. Ha 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 ha, this duck was defeated in just one game, ha ha ha. Why would anyone let Kodak go up to fight? Is this a joke sent by the monkey? Ha 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 ha. Today's funny role. Yang Yu, Wen Ren Fang Chen and Gao Mao were all prepared to watch Hong Kong's Koda duck kill everyone in the dojo, and like Gao Mao's Guo Ran Weng, they were rewarded with a 10-win ribbon, but the result was unknown. Yes, Hong Kong's Kodak duck ran towards the toilet as soon as he came on stage. Hong Kong's face turned green. He was in the player preparation room. All the edible food in the room had been eaten by Gao Mao and Gao Mao's elves. The remaining fruits piled up. Is that for human consumption? Kodak duck doesn't even think about it. Those foodie elves in Jao Mao eat the leftovers. If they can eat it, it will be your turn to Kodak duck. But this stupid duck even went up to him and took a bite. Hong Kong couldn't stop him even if he wanted to. Sure enough, when Kodakya came onto the battlefield, his face turned green. Even Hong Kong's face turned green. Isn't this a sign of a bad stomach? Even the referee didn't even call out the words "game starts." Kodak duck held his stomach and ran towards the toilet with his tail wagging. This is not a big competition. The only elf Hong Kong signed up for was the Kodak duck. As a result, he was instantly killed by his own Kodak duck. Tears. Why did Hong Kong meet such a stupid duck? Hong Kong, you won't let duck eat those fruits, right? Although the fruits are not poisonous, eating them will definitely cause diarrhea. Gao Mao thought of something. At first, Sting Jellyfish Top Hat just picked up the fruit and smelled it, then put it aside without even looking at it. Obviously, it doesn't taste good. The little Kirby and Quarren Weng immediately received the signal from the stinging jellyfish boss. They didn't touch any of the fruit. No matter why, the boss didn't eat it anyway, so it must be that it doesn't taste good. Stop talking. Talking too much will make me cry. Hong Kong heard the laughter of the whole audience and almost cried because of Kodakya. This was simply so miserable. Yang Yu, I seemed to see your little dream demon when I came out. Is it holding a pokeball or something? Is it also going to participate in the arena competition? Hong Kong felt depressed, thinking of what he just saw, so he asked. Haha, Of course, if this person still defends the ring later, let the little dream demon avenge you. Yang Yu just saw Hong Kun's opponent smiling as he watched Hong Kun leave, although Yang Yu also I really want to laugh. But, this is different. How did the little dream monster get in? Why didn't you accompany it? Hong Kun's mind was a little confused. It has its own elf. Didn't you see the elf ball in its arms? Yang Yu said. Hong Kun. Is there such an operation? Congratulations to contestant number 38 for defeating contestant number 42 and successfully defending the ring. Next, I would like to invite contestant No 43. Contestant No 38's Fiery Monkey has defeated 4 players, and there is only one more player left to achieve the 5-game winning streak at Media Asia Dojo. Under the direction of the on-site MC, the entire dojo began to cheer for the contestants below. Arena. Winning 4 games in a row, although one of them was very watery, luck is also a kind of strength. Ho 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 ho. Feeling the strong atmosphere at the scene, the Fiery Monkey clenched his fists and slapped his chest hard, making a roaring sound. Contestant No 43. It's floating out? Floating out with a poke ball. This is. What's the situation? Teacher, this is a ghost elf. Is it going to fight the explosive monkey? It's so pitiful. Yes, this elf is too small, how can it beat the Fiery Monkey? Now that the Fiery Monkey's fighting spirit is getting stronger and stronger in successive battles, who would let a dream monster join the battle? The high school students and junior high school students present were already feeling the prospect of defeat for contestant number 43. Wasn't this giving the Fiery Monkey 5 consecutive victories? Only true masters. I just met this little dream monster, whose little elf is he? Yang Yu's dream demon. Still holding a poke ball. Is Yang Yu going to release the giant Gyarados again? Isn't this bullying a kid? Is the venue of this dojo big enough for him to fight? Isn't this place going to be demolished? At this time, looking at the lively Xianan Zhongmeng and Xingjing Zhang Kaixiang and other powerful trainers in the venue, I will never forget this black little elf that looks cute and adorable. Even for some people in the Meteor Forest. This is the devil elf. Don't talk about ghost type, I'm afraid the real body is actually evil type. When I took out the calculator and pressed reset to 0, it was like a devil. The little dream demon pouted, but it heard the voice of the ignorant child, and the corners of its mouth curved in a bad way. Children, don't cry, it's just a surprise from the Dream Demon King. The elf ball held in the little dream demon's arms fell to the ground with a clack. The fierce white light in the venue suddenly made people unable to help but block their eyes. Ho 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 ho. The violent sound has officially arrived in Media Asia Dojo. Little Bayo, accept and obey the call of the little dream monster. This moment. The noisy whole place suddenly fell into dead silence, and even. Gradually, you can also hear the voices of some children calling mom and dad. Woo 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 woo. The children were all frightened and cried. The little dream demon is so happy. There is a lot of fresh fear energy to eat. Here comes brother. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huo Chiang Xiao. Chapter 410. GGG. Magic City Ghost Tower. In a dark phantom space, in front of rows of computers with fluorescent screens, groups of ghost elves were tapping the tables excitedly. Some were even pressing enter on the keyboard, while others were grinning. Click the mouse. On the screen, the Daogui TV live broadcast platform. Rows of night demons, shadow balls, nightmares, and other gifts flew up. The scene being broadcast live at this time. This is the battle scene at the Magic City Media Asia Dojo. Little Dream Monster. The moment Gyarados was summoned and the whole audience was shocked. GGG. Gengui Liahe held a 5L large barrel of ghost customized Fat Mansion happy water in his arms. He poured tons and tons of it into his mouth, and his body immediately swelled up like it was filled with air. 10 times the gas, 10 times the happiness. Seeing the increasing ghost energy and iceness in the live broadcast room of Little Dream Demon backstage on Fighting Ghost TV, as well as the gifts flying all over the screen, Gengui Liahe grinned widely and couldn't help but slap him. A big burp. G. Gengui Liahe waved at the screen, and soon, the internet fiber optic Rotom appeared in front of it, respectfully waiting for instructions. Gengui Liahe pointed to the gift proceeds in the background, and asked the fiber optic Rotom to be paid to the Little Dream Monster's account. The apprentice is his own apprentice, he cannot let him be wronged. But then again, Gengui Liahe suddenly discovered that these ghost-type elves in the internet cafe actually had so much money. If it weren't for Little Dream Demon. GGG. Gengui Liahe continued to burp. Qingming Festival is coming soon, and it's time to launch a new wave of activities to harvest a wave of leaks. Ho ho ho. Little Bayo Bayo looked at the fiery monkey trembling under his body with evil eyes. I usually only shout ho 3 times. You scumbag, how dare you shout 4 times? Roar. The fiery monkey makes his weak voice in a very flattering voice. For a moment, Gyarados' gaze was sharp, and he jumped into the air with a huge force. In the eyes of many children in the audience who saw a real Gyarados for the first time, they took their breath away. A tremor. You. He only roared once. Did you know that this is the exclusive voice of the Salted Fish King? Every scale on Little Bayo Bayo's body shimmers brightly under the lights of the dojo. His exquisite appearance and thick body have an incredible sense of beauty. Boom. Little Bayo Bayo's hard scales hit the ground hard, and the ground seemed to vibrate in the battlefield, shocking the whole audience, shocking, even the fiery monkey whose eyes had begun to turn white. The fiery monkey feels so tired. Even if you yell 4 times, it won't work. If you yell once, it won't work. If you yell 3 times, I will definitely get yelled at by this Gyarados. It's better to roll your eyes and surrender. Little Dream Demon picked up the elf ball again, and at the same time shouted in the direction of Little Burst. Well done, Little Bayo Bayo. Ho ho ho. Little Bao Bao grinned his big, sharp mouth, and those sharp teeth were shining, and then flew towards the direction of Little Dream Demon, like a well-behaved little cutie who came to please you. Little Dream Demon touched Little Bayo Bayo's head, and Little Bayo Bayo was so happy. In the venue, only the fiery contestant number 38 and the referee felt genuine fear. Good luck. The elf summons the elf with the elf ball. Especially for the cute junior high school students and cute high school students in the audience, the scene before them is enough to leave a deep psychological shadow in their hearts. Oh my god. A little dream monster floating in the air. Actually, throwing the pokeball summoned a huge Gyarados. Simply. What a hell. Terrible. This is absolutely terrible. All the contestants on the field were completely confused. Logically speaking, it would be easy to defeat a ghost-type dream monster after the fiery monkey used his see-through moves to identify the dream monster. Punch a monster. But this is such a weird trick. This is not an elf who comes to compete at all, but a trainer who comes to compete? It isn't it here to compete against the elf? Contestant number 38 asked the referee tremblingly. The referee was not much better, looking at the list on hand. Contestant number 43 is a dream monster, the player is a dream monster, and the elf participating in the battle is a Gyarados. Even the referee has never seen this move. The little dream demon pouted, floated in front of the referee with a pokeball in his arms, and became angry. Why haven't we decided the winner yet? Be careful, I hit you on the head with my calculator. Congratulations to contestant number 43, Meng Yao, for succeeding in the challenge and becoming the new champion. The referee quickly wiped his sweat and wondered if he should call the boss of the dojo to ask for a raise. Mental damage fees and so on. Playing a game is not good for the little heart, and it can easily scare SKR people. It's Yang Yu's second Gyarados, fortunately it's not the biggest one. If the biggest one comes out, are you sure we won't be killed together? Speaking of this year's indoor battle arena must be big enough, but with the background of the organizer Fuden Elf University, this venue must be available, otherwise the roof may be torn down. Zhang Mang, what, are you interested in giving it a try? We don't have a chance to fight in Meteor Lake. Although it's only the second Gyarados this time, we can still try. As for you, Lao Cai, you don't have many chances to fight against an elf like Gyarados. Zhang Meng from Xianan smiled. Cai Swanyi was pushed. Look again, look again. Contestant number 44, the appearance elf. Heracross. This little elf is quite impressive. He can't compete with Gyarados in terms of physical attack capabilities. He fights in the air or on the ground. His strange strength is not afraid of a head-on confrontation with Gyarados. This player number 44, this muscular man, seems to have some impression. Who has this body of muscles? What? The little dream demon rubbed his eyes. The humanoid elf that appeared in front of him, was Haoli. Is there another elf like it, with an elf ball? Game start. The battle begins as soon as the whistle blows. Click, click, click. Heracross's arms collided and made fierce joint sounds. He lowered his head slightly and aimed his extremely powerful horns at the Gyarados in front of him. Ho ho ho. Xiao Bao Bao, who returned to the battlefield, calmly looked at the insect and fighting elf showing off his power in front of him. The scales on his body began to tremble, and the joints vibrated louder than Heracross. Boom. Little Bao Bao lowered his head and hit Heracross. The strong wind blowing around him drove the huge impact of little Bao Bao's body and collided with Heracross's huge horn. Ah! In the stands, in the auditorium directly in front of little Bao Bao, everyone couldn't help but stood up and ran to both sides, fearing that little Bao Bao's body would hit the audience, but the next second. The horn of Heracross. Withstanding Xiao Bao Bao's body, his legs almost retreated several steps and the ground with deep pits had a faint tendency to crack. No matter how you say it. Heracross blocked this blow. Haha, well done, Heracross, let's give that little Heibuletin Luciu a hard blow. I didn't expect that there would be such an opponent waiting for us, ha ha ha. Contestant number 44 had a wild and heroic laugh on his face, and his name could be heard throughout the Media Asia dojo. Macho Man, Yang Yu was stunned. Look at these muscles, they are indeed a bit fierce. Gao Mao smacked his mouth. Gao Mao, so you should be called Big Belly Man, Hong Kong interrupted with a smile. Go, go, go. You are the one with the big belly. Snort. What the hell? It's obviously the same person, but he looks like a big stupid guy like Hao Li and speaks so hatefully. When the little dream demon gets angry, the consequences will be serious. What is a black and white little thing? This dream monster, is the king. It's the Dreadlord. The little dream demon gave a command to Little Burst, kick him in the ass. Roar. Xiao Bao Bao failed to hit it, and immediately retreated, rolling up a cyclone of wind in the air. Unfortunately, the dojo was not the outside world, and the tornado cyclone formed was not very big, but enough. This time, the impact Xiao Bao Bao used, was a spiral impact. It was an impact that could be controlled after the tornado charge tornado move was weakened. He used this move directly. Because of the little dream demon is angry. Very serious consequences. Real. Little Bao Bao can't control himself anymore. Heracross, "Get out of the way." Men-nan, who was still flexing his muscles on the field, changed his expression. The tornado, blowing in the sky, was not friendly to Heracross. This move, using cyclone guidance, Xiao Baobao directly locked Heracross. It was not that easy to escape. Click. Heracross's arms cooperated with the giant horn to push forward again. If this was the first time of impact, Xiao Baobao's attack would still be blocked, but this time, the tornado cyclone rolled up on Xiao Baobao's body was like a sharp blade. It blocked the physical impact with the strength of his body alone, but what about the special type of tornado? Heracross's body floated uncontrollably from the ground due to the tornado cyclone, without the huge frictional resistance provided by the ground. Heracross flew upside down in the air. Heracross, Men-nan's face changed drastically. He didn't expect, he hadn't been pretending to be cool for long, and the slap in the face came so quickly. It's now. Little Baobao will not let Heracross fly upside down and hit the audience, because the little dream monster has instructions. Kick his ass. Little Baobao's flashing blue tail kicked Heracross hard on the butt as he flew backwards. Come again, come again. The scene was extremely silent. Welcome to the acrobatic show performed by Gyarados and Heracross. In the air, shuttlecock kick. Please vote. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huoqiang Xiao. Chapter 411. 18. 19. 20. I don't know when the sound in the dojo started, but it seemed to start from the area of a certain junior high school student. He actually started to count the number of times Gyarados kicked Heracross with its tail in the air, and the sound became louder and louder, affecting the audience one after another. In the end, everyone in the entire venue began to count involuntarily. Even his eyes followed Heracross up and down in the air. A high-altitude perspective of Xiao Baobao. He is like a neat kitten to the audience on the battlefield. Under the influence of the cat teaser of his tail, if Heracross is kicked high enough by the tail, his eyes will stay high in the sky for a while longer. So, the opportunity to show off your operations begins. A 360 degrees turn and tail kick, a reverse somersault, a 1.5 turn upside down golden hook tail kick, and even a top of the head operation. This battle between elves has a bad taste. Won't Heracross hide? Did you just see the impact of the Gyarados? It was in a spiral shape. If you guessed correctly, at the same time as the impact, a tornado should have formed around you. In this case, a suction force will be formed. Look at Herrick just now. Rose's defensive posture is to use the original method to block it. That is to say, the initiative of the battle rhythm. Yang Yajun's Gyarados even showed such great strength without Yang Yajun commanding the battle. The head, horns, legs and arms of this Heracross are even bigger than generally speaking. It must be strong. This should be an elf carefully cultivated by a fighter. Everyone likes to have the initiative in their own hands, right? In the glass window of the VIP room of Media Asia Gym, Lily Sakura was condescending and watched the details of this battle between elves very clearly. However, this Heracross, seems like because his limbs are too developed, his mind has become a bit simple. As for the little black ghost dream monster floating in the air, Lily Sakura quickly ignored it. It was just a weak ghost-type elf that hadn't grown up yet, and it wasn't worthy of her attention. It's just that Lily Sakura would never think of. The real commander of this battle is that little dream monster. Heracross. With a rough roar to Men-nan on the battlefield, Heracross in the sky swung his tail into the sky for the last time, and fell heavily to the dojo ground like a free fall with a loud boom, throwing up bursts of dust. Contestant number 43, Dream Demon, wins. The referee felt that he was not a referee in the elf dojo, but rather like a referee in a shuttlecock competition among elementary school students. Moreover, it was a trick performance and had to score difficulty points and performance points. The little dream demon waved her small fist in the direction of Men Nan's muscular man, the joy of victory, ying ying ying, it was so happy. Little Bayo Bayo, well done. Ho ho ho. In the next battle, contestant number 45, the champion Gyarados, will face the King of Sands. King of Chuanshan, pull out the sand, turn it into a round shape, roll it. Bounce it up. The ground-type Panzan King has a very big disadvantage against the water and flying-type Gyarados, but it is not absolute. The rounding move plus rock-type rolling is the simplest and most effective combo to restrain flying elves. It is simple and crude. The power of each rolling will increase with the increase of speed, which also makes you must interrupt your opponent's rolling moves in advance, otherwise you are likely to face a physical cannonball that cannot be blocked at all. Even junior high school students know this truth. Everyone, watch out. This is a textbook showdown between ground-type elves and flying-type elves. If Gyarados can't handle it well, it will probably lose to the weaker Panzan King. A high school leader led the team. The teacher who taught the elf battle simulation class stood up and spoke seriously to the students. I understand, teacher. The Mountain Rat, Mountain King, and little elves like Rumbling Stone and Rumbling Rock can all use rounding and rolling moves, which not only harden their bodies, but also create huge impact. The power of each rolling move will be doubled. The closer to the end, the more terrifying it will be. It can even penetrate steel plates. Then Gyarados, how should we deal with it? A ball rolling at such a high speed can't be used to kick shuttlecocks, right? Wait, what is this? Then how come the rolling sand Mountain King jumped into the sky and couldn't fall back down? What operation is this? Lily Ying, who was in front of the VIP room window, suddenly clenched the railing in front of her with her hands. Her delicate little mouth trembled involuntarily and murmured, in this, such a duel, how did Yang Yajun come up with the idea of dealing with the rolling moves like this? 2. It's so amazing. When Yang Yu saw the scene in the air in front of him, he stood up as if he was confused, and even rubbed his eyes, for fear that he had seen it wrong. Fire power, young king. Fire power boy king? What is that? Wenren Fang Chen and the other three looked at each other in confusion. Do they have such a thing? Little Bao Bao's body. As if bent into a U shape, the tight scales on the body are formed in this way. The diameter of the thick body is wide, as if forming a track. On the U-shaped track that fits perfectly. When the Sand King rolled to the highest point on the left side of the U-shaped little Bayo Bayo, it rose straight into the sky and fell freely at the highest point. At this moment, the little Bayo Bayo used its tail to guide and catch the falling body. Chuanshan King, at the same time. The body changed into a U-shape again, allowing Chuanshan King's rolling to keep on its own track. The high-speed rotating Chuanshan King is not just like a high-speed rotating yo-yo, it is even a yo-yo for offline play. As for the yo-yo string, let Xiao Bao Bao's body take the role. The little dream demon stared at the performance of the little dream demon with wide eyes. This look seems to be so fun, and the little dream demon wants to play too. Yang Yu, this Gyarados of yours, doesn't it look like it's playing Diablo? Hong Kong was completely stunned. He had seen the elementary school student kicking the shuttlecock before, and now, here comes another old man playing Diablo. The battle between elves is really a lifelong learning experience. It comes from life and is higher than life. Who the hell could have imagined such an operation? Who the hell would have thought that he could actually do tricks against rolling moves? Awesome. Even if the old lady doesn't accept it, I'll accept you, Yang Yu. Why did you let the old man's Diablo shaking skill be taught to your Gyarados? It's still decent. I'm so embarrassed, Gao. Mao patted Yang Yu hard on the shoulder. Yang Yu now recovered from his confusion with great pain. This little tantrum. Isn't he possessed by Li Fei, the protagonist of Huilashao Wang? Is this okay? I know, this physics teacher taught me that there is friction resistance between U-shaped tubes, plus the friction resistance of the air itself, if King Chuanshan wants to double the power of the rolling move, but this also requires it was done on Gyarados, but there are so many scales on Gyarados, it's impossible for Sandan King to do it. Teacher really has a vision. The textbook-style duel is to use the knowledge of physics to analyze the actual situation of the elf battle. The teacher is worthy of being a teacher, and this is also expected. Learn mathematics, physics, and chemistry well, and you will not be afraid of traveling all over the world. It's so powerful, physics is really useful. The teacher before almost staggered and fell off his seat, a mouthful of blood stuck in his throat. Is this the textbook showdown he's talking about? Which guapi student just said this? Stand up. That's not what he meant. Xiao Baobao has a thorough understanding of Chuanshan King's rolling. This time, he is not limited to using a U-shaped method to deal with it. Little Gyarados discovered that the rolling movement of the Sand Mountain King could actually stick to his body. At this moment, his body became another posture that Gyarados would occasionally appear. Surrounding the rising S-shape. Chuanshan King did not fall, but rolled up along the S-shaped track on the inside. I know. This is the effect of centrifugal force. Oh my god, when the pangolin rotates and moves forward at high speed on the inside of the body surrounding Gyarados, it will form a powerful centrifugal force. This centrifugal force will give the Panzan a force in the air. Because of the supporting force, the Panzan King can circle around the inside of Gyarados and rise without falling to the ground. The high school combat simulation class teacher burst into tears. Is he a fake combat simulation class teacher? He must go back to find a physics teacher for a duel. My heart is so tired, my heart is so tired. At this time, the high-speed yo-yo on Xiao Baobao's body, oh no, the high-speed running Sand King is about to reach the highest point of the S-shaped body, which is Xiao Baobao's head. At this moment, Xiao Baobao grinned and suddenly pushed his neck into the air. Yang Yu took a breath of air. Moon landing ejection. TNY, Silver Dragon. Fire Power Boy King, Yo-Yo, Li Fei's ultimate move, the Silver Dragon ahem. Do you trainers want to learn it? If you want to learn, vote and pay the tuition. Ying Ying Ying. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huo Qiangxiao. Chapter 412. Although I didn't know that elves can be fought like this, but, why do I feel that this Gyarados is so handsome? Oh, I don't dare to look at it, but I want to take a good look at it. Gyarados still looks so scared. I have a question, we are here to watch the battle between elves, but why, some battles between elves turn into acrobatic performances? Isn't it? What kind of trick is it? Is it a move created by Yang Yajun himself? Is it Kung Fu, 4 ounces of gold? It even has the charm of Tai Chi. In addition to the fighting type, the elves of China have also begun to learn and master the secrets of the flying type Gyarados. This is really terrible. No, this matter must be reported to teacher Qiao Zhong. Lily Sakura bit her lip with her white teeth, her eyes fixed on the Gyarados that was showing off its skills in the sky, and a thin layer of sweat suddenly appeared on her forehead. The powerful fighting type elves of China will all have shadows of martial arts in the elf battles, but what Lily Sakura didn't expect is why even Gyarados now understands 4 or 2 moves 1,000 pounds. Is this just nonsense? Yang Yu didn't know that Xiao Baobao's tricks had given someone an extremely deep impression in a coincidence, and even made him feel a sense of crisis. Anyway, no matter so much. Little Baobao is now indescribably happy. The little dream monsters are cheering for him. Of course, you have to show off your skills. The tricks on the rope come with you. Even Chuan Shan King himself was confused. What was he doing? Why did he feel like he had been fighting against the elves for a long time, without even hitting his opponent? However, Chuan Shan King did not dare to stop when he was high in the air. If he was not in the rolling state, it would be very painful if he fell straight to the ground. However, there was a buffer in the rolling state, so Chuan Shan King could only obey. Cooperating with Xiao Baobao's performance. I give up. I give up. Ying ying ying. The little dream monster's eyes immediately turned cold, and several vicious shadow illusions appeared behind her. What did you say? How can you admit defeat? Where has the courage as a trainer gone? I didn't see how the elf is playing against the little Bao Bao now. Oh no, the fight is getting fierce, and you want to admit defeat so early? Contestant number 45 suddenly discovered a very serious problem. This contestant number 43 is a dream monster. It's not a human. It's an elf, and it's an elf who can use moves. The little dream demon has already grabbed the collar of contestant number 45 with a small fist. You dare to admit defeat and give it a try? The referee feels. At this time, you have to consider the dojo. You see, the Sand Mountain King in the sky doesn't look injured at all, otherwise it would have lost its combat effectiveness and would be unable to roll. Since it is not injured and loses its combat effectiveness, according to the rules of the dojo, it should continue to challenge. Otherwise, people will think, you are here to give points to the opponent. Even if the opponent is very strong. Look at the reaction of the audience in the entire dojo. You see, everyone is inexplicably happy and even very excited after watching it. This is a good thing for the dojo. The referee immediately coughed and righteously rejected contestant No 45's request to admit defeat. Seriously, maybe your own Sand Mountain King is still having fun in the sky. The little dream demon felt that the referee looked like a good person at first glance, and even patted the referee on the shoulder in an old-fashioned way, looking at contestant number 45 proudly. The referee quickly wiped away his sweat, and even looked at the dream monster's expression to look flattering. He has already received a reply message from his boss. Now the official website of Huanyu Dojo is almost as popular as ever. It is all supported by the Dream Demon player in front of him and the Dream Demon player's elf Gyarados. This is a huge amount of income. There is a saying that I don't know if I know. Money can make the world go round. Maybe after the game is over, the boss will take his bank card to please the super popular Dream player. The dojo also has to make money to eat, right? Contestant number 45 almost cried, where are such rules? This is clearly a grouping together to bully him. The little dream demon made a face towards contestant number 45 and returned to his position playfully. Hey, don't admit defeat, little Bao Bao hasn't had enough, and little dream demon hasn't had enough yet. Finally, little Bao Bao feels that he has almost finished playing. It is not interesting to play one project all the time. It is time to change to the next one. Xiao Baobao was quite satisfied with this partner, so in the last curtain call, he let King Chuanshan roll to the ground at low altitude. Oh, by the way, it's time to let King Chuanshan return to his master. King Chuanshan. Stop quickly. King Chuanshan, what are you going to do? You, don't come over. A transparent reflective wall blocked the front of the Chuanshan King. This was the first time that the Chuanshan King had rolled for so long before hitting a thick wall. When the Sand Mountain King returned to the normal standing state from the rolling state, he found that his owner looked like he was frightened. Back, come back. Contestant number 45 left the dojo and the battlefield with his Chuanshan King, his legs floating and his eyes dazed. Next time, never come here again. I have such a dark shadow in my heart. Roar. Xiao Baobao once again let out a winner's roar in the dojo. Well done. Gyarados. Strong. The performance was perfect. So awesome. There was a roar of applause and cheers in the dojo. Especially those high school students and junior high school students who rarely have the opportunity to come to the dojo to watch official elf battles. They did not expect that they would have the opportunity to see Gyarados in the Media Asia dojo, and so, what a cool operation. Number 46, where is the player no 46, the referee began to call people in person. It seems like I'm hungry, even the elf is hungry. The referee rolled his eyes. If I tell you this, would you believe it? Isn't it just that he doesn't want to go on the field to face Gyarados? Don't they know the consequences of registering in the dojo but not wanting to participate in the elf battle? Tell them that breach of trust in the dojo is no joke. The first warning, the second time, the record of breach of trust will appear in dojos across the country. The referee glanced coldly at the backstage staff. Yes, the staff responded immediately. The little dream demon shook his fist fiercely. What should I do if the more I look at this referee, the more I like it? That's right, after signing up, you have to come up and get beaten. It doesn't even have to be a spanking. In short, come up quickly, don't wait until the time comes when this Dream Demon King personally takes action. I'll make you cry. Finally, a trembling player appeared holding his elf. It's a Ratha. This person. Isn't this Zhao Xiaozhou? Why can't he think about it? Oh, no, why did he sign up? Yang Yu's eyes widened. This junior brother Zhou was brought up by himself. You can't blame Yang Yu for being ruthless, right? Anyway. Little Dream Demon, don't kill too harshly if you're familiar with it. After all, this is also junior brother Zhou from the same sect, isn't it? Obviously, the little Dream Demon also recognized the person in front of him. Ying. Good. It doesn't hurt. Let Bao give him a gentle beating later. Just let Lotta get beaten for a while. When the trembling Rattata took a puff of air and hit little Bao with his eyes closed, the whole audience was shocked by the courage of this little elf. Look. There is a Ratta here who actually mustered up the courage to rush towards Gyarados, which is many times stronger than him. What a courage. Even though I know I can't beat you, I still have to fight hard. Just when Lotta was about to hit Xiao Bao, Lotta gritted his teeth and suddenly exerted force on his front heel, causing his whole body to fly backwards in an incredible manner. Little Bao. You flew out on your own without even hitting me? Radha falls to the ground. I'm dead. That's the problem. Lotta, your acting skills are really good, right? You graduated from Film Elf University? It actually made everyone in the audience think that you were hit by a Gyarados. There are even people shouting come on to Lotta. Who did you learn it from? Zhao Xiaozhou. Trainers, if you feel happy, please vote. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huo Qiangxiao. Chapter 413. Most of the elves on the field are at an advanced level. They may even be stronger than the Heracross in front of them. But that game was really. It's a bit frustrating to lose. I know this Meng Nan. He is the grandson of Meng Pinkuo, the old master of the fighting gym in Guangdong province. He seemed to have gotten angry with Lu Baiwang during the early air battle. The following few I'll chase Lu Baiwang for the next day's game. Stupid Cheng. Yes, one of them just likes the straight-faced young man. Zhang Meng's expression was a little helpless. When Meng was in Xianan, he especially liked to find people to fight elf battles with. He always came to Zhang Meng, which was really troublesome. They were all fighting elf, and his old friends were all I can directly work as a push team, but in the end I still have to fight with him. What is this if it's not stupid? Are you still ready to go up and fight? Cai Xuanyi asked with a smile. Zhang Meng shook his head, I don't want to take advantage. Moreover, there will be a ninth opponent soon. It's too late to sign up. But I really want to let Lao Fan fight this Gyarados. What about Yang Yu's giant Gyarados? What if you let Lao Peng hit the small one and the big one? Cai Xuanyi talked about this, reached out and grabbed it by his hair, and sighed. He couldn't help but start to complain. The big one is really scary. Do you remember the Wrath of the Dragon? I've seen a ghost. That giant Gyarados, why does it look like a fort? The question is, what's the problem? A piece of meat, he is more fierce than anyone else in close combat. I have been studying at Yanjing Elf University for 4 years, and I feel like I have given it back to the teacher. Is this a normal elf? How were they raised? The top breeders are school invited, why do I feel like I'm here? How about some dry food? Cai Xuanyi was puzzled. Lao Cai, don't talk about it for now. Look, that person, does that person look familiar? The World Masters tournament that I went to after the national competition last year, it was that person. I have a very clear impression. Sato Fuji? It's that big rock snake trainer. Cai Xuanyi's eyelids twitched, a player from Sakura country, has come to explore the bottom so early. No, it's not just that. Look over there, over the windowsill of the VIP room. I seem to see a blonde man. It's not just Sakura country. These people this year, are they here too early? Zhang Meng felt something was wrong. Let's look at this duel first. It is estimated that Hangzhou Yangyu is now listed as an important opponent by these people in the future. Cai Xuanyi said solemnly, look, Zhang Huiyu and Wang Kai's who have also discovered it, but there is no need. Too worried, this is the magic city of China, the Pearl of the Orient. Boom. Dust was rising all over the venue, and the spectators outside the battlefield couldn't help but reach out to cover their eyes. At this time, the transparent dust protective cover of Media Asia Dojo was raised around the venue to avoid the impact of dust on the audience. So big. It seems bigger than Gyarados. Big rock snake. Teacher, why is the big rock snake still reflecting silver gray light? Why is the big rock snake this color? This is because the body is painted with metallic paint. The body of this big rock snake has begun to develop towards metal. Although it has not yet evolved into a big steel snake, but it is very close. All the audience couldn't help but stand up, because the picture in front of them was enough to leave an extremely deep impression in their minds. On the ground, there is a large rock snake with a body of nearly 9 meters. The cold light of steel and silver gray reflection appear on its body, making the temperature of the entire site seem to have dropped to freezing point. In the huge rock head, the pair of black eyes stare coldly. Looking at that Gyarados in the sky. In the air, little Bayo Bayo squinted his eyes, condescendingly, his eyes were slightly solemn. The dark blue scales on his body, under the lights of the dojo, exuded a coolness from the deep sea, spreading towards the surroundings. The little dream demon blinked his big eyes. This big rock snake is so big, but little Bao Bao cannot lose to this big guy. Oh dash. The roar of the big rock snake was like a trembling sound coming from deep underground, mixed with the heavy sound of metal interlacing. Trainers who rarely heard such sounds seemed to feel a heavy roar in their ears and chests. Good guy, it's actually a big rock snake. Gao Mao almost dropped the potato chips in his mouth. And it's not an ordinary big rock snake. Yang Yu, you have to let this Gyarados pay attention. This big rock snake has a tendency to become tempered. Most parts of its body should be coated with metallic paint, that is, metal paint. Layer Wenren Fang Chen said in a deep voice, this player, I don't know why, but I haven't seen it in a team competition. They seem a bit like people from Sakura Country, Hong Kong added. Sakura Country, Yang Yu was stunned, thinking of the strange woman named Lily Ying who wanted to renew his Elf Alliance physiotherapy service as soon as she saw him. He is a World Masters player from Sakura Country. An unexpected voice appeared behind Yang Yu and the others. It's Luo Feng from Hangzhou. Captain Luo, are you here too? Yang Yu was surprised. Well, let's make a long story short. This player is from Sakura Country participating in the World Masters. The World Masters means that after the individual competition of our national competition, the top 100 players in the individual rankings will receive world-class training. Home contest. At this time, Luo Feng's tone was calm, and his angular appearance looked very serious. This is Fuji Sato, a player from Sakura Country who was ranked 46th last year and ranked 17th this year. This big rock snake was not fully covered by the metal coating last year. It is different now. You can see that it's a sign that it's about to evolve into a big steel snake. Although I don't know why he is here, you must be careful with your Gyarados in this game. The invisible rocks and rock avalanches of the big rock snake are likely to cause huge trouble to your Gyarados. With this layer of metal coating, the effect of water-based moves against big rock snakes will be greatly reduced, so please be careful about this. Thank you, Captain Luo. However, I believe that Little Dream Demon and Little Bayo Bayo, with their tacit understanding, can think of a way to deal with the big rock snake. Yang Yu sighed in his heart. At this time, he even saw Zhang Huiyu and Wang Kaizhou, and the eyes of the Yanjing University players. There is no doubt that the competition between the team competition and the individual competition will be put aside for the time being. Since they are players from Sakura Country, now, they are unanimously open to the outside world. Captain Luo, don't worry. Perhaps you may not know that the bond between Little Dream Demon and Little Bayo Bayo is even deeper than the bond between me and Little Bayo Bayo. Little Dream Demon's command may be stronger than mine. Commanding is more effective. Yang Yu lowered his voice and looked in the direction of Little Dream Demon and Little Bayo Bayo on the dojo. The Little Dream Demon saw his master Yang Yu, and also saw Yang Yu giving it a thumbs up to cheer it up. The Little Dream Demon is so happy. The big, gray guy in front of me. So ugly, not at all as cool as our Little Bayo Bayo, nor as cute as our Little Dream Demon. Ying ying ying. The Little Dream Demon stretched out her right hand high and pointed directly at the head of the big rock snake. Punish you on behalf of the moon. Yang Ya-jun, let me see how powerful this Gyarados of yours is. Lily Ying's eyes moved and she looked in the direction of Yang Yu in the stands with a smile. Only. Her eyes couldn't help but freeze at it. Because Yang Yu has no intention of playing at all. He actually, as the trainer of Gyarados, faced an opponent like the big rock snake who already had a steel body form. He didn't go up to give instructions personally, but continued to let the dream monster stay on the field. Lily Sakura's white teeth couldn't help but bite her light red lips, leaving a slight mark. Fuji Sato, attack with all your strength. Yes. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, Ai Ren Huo Chiang Shao. Chapter 414. Big Rock Snake, Invisible Rock. Sato Fuji made a quick decision. Oh dash. The big rock snake danced its huge and solid rock body, and made a loud trembling sound from its mouth, which resonated with the ground of the dojo. An incredible scene appeared in front of everyone's eyes. The venue, more and more rock fragments began to gradually appear in the air, rising and spreading. Separate Gyarados, completely. No. These rocks scattered in the air have become the natural protective layer of the big rock snake. Whether it is used to perform rock avalanche or rock fall, it is very effective against the Gyarados. But if the Gyarados wants to attack the big rock, for a snake to attack, it needs to actively pass through the protective layer of the invisible rock. This also means, big rock snake has taken advantage of the battlefield, and is in an invincible position. Do you want to attack with water cannon? The water cannon passes through these rocks suspended in the air. How much power is left? Gyarados is not necessarily good at special attack moves. Laowan, why are you looking at me like this? Zhangdong Qin Minyuan couldn't help but frown. Frowned. Wan Kaizu sighed and glanced in Yang's direction. Qin Minyuan, equals asterisk. Ahem. Who is that? Except Yang use Gyarados. Maybe the water cannon move will knock down the big rock snake on the opposite side with one shot. Qin Minyuan immediately changed his mind. This has just begun, and the suspended rock space on the scene has already made most of the audience, especially those high school and junior high school students, realize Gyarados' situation is very bad. Hateful. How is this Gyarados going to break this move? If it crashes directly into it, not only will it have to bear the damage from the invisible rock, but it will also be hurt again by the body of the big rock snake. I remember it was written in the textbook that the big rock snake's body, the antiracial value, is as high as 160. Why not use water? Can't you kill the big rock snake instantly with water? What do you know? Didn't the teacher say that this big rock snake has the tendency to evolve into a big steel snake? It is not just a simple rock, but has a steel shell. Steel is not afraid of water. Anyway, it's a dilemma. The invisible rock move in the real elf world is a big change from the game. This move does have unexpected effects, especially in this kind of battlefield. Yang Yu's eyes lit up. The invisible rock move is still quite rare in elf battles, especially now. The invisible rock used by the big rock snake in front of me and those other elves are countless times higher in scale. Yang Yu, what should we do now? Our opponent has listed the venue as the advantageous venue for the big rock snake. It's not good if this continues. Luo Feng's heart thumped as he saw the rocky battlefield suspended in the air in front of him. I suffered a lot. Flying system. I'm most afraid of this kind of move. Wait. Wait for Xiao Baobao to take action. Yang Yu didn't feel nervous at all, because Xiao Baobao, and that hand. Ho ho ho. Get out of here, these damn broken rocks. There was a fierceness in little Gyarados' eyes. The broken rocks around him not only blocked his sight, but also made his whole body feel uncomfortable. Gyarados, when did he feel so aggrieved by being restricted? Even during the Magikarp era. He also had to jump up and down with a splash of water, and now, he is Gyarados. The little Dream Demon gave the order. Even if little Dream Demon doesn't give this attack command, little Bao will still do it. The wind is coming. Little Bao twisted his entire body and flew upward into the sky. He first completely got rid of these evil broken rocks. In the space of this broken rock, he wanted to condense the wind. Not an easy task. Invisible rock, keep up with Gyarados. Sato Fuji looked calm. He had already taken the initiative at the beginning of the entire game. Next, just step by step, eat away the Gyarados' physical strength, and you will be able to win the final victory. The player Lily Sakura is interested in, is only so powerful. The corners of Sato Fuji's lips curled up, and his eyes fell on his huge rock snake. Gyarados, so what? Roar. There was deep disgust in Xiao Baobao's eyes. These broken rocks stuck to him like brown candy, causing a huge obstacle to his tornado. Unfortunately, this place is an indoor dojo. I really want to tear down the ceiling. Little Bao glanced sharply at the roof above. Since he couldn't attract wind to help, he would create wind and use his body to guide it and create a tornado to help. So now. Spin. Then Gyarados, what is it doing? Why is it spinning in the sky? It's such a fast rotation speed, but I don't understand the meaning of his doing this. Most of the audience present definitely couldn't figure out what Xiao Baobao meant by doing this, but, someone thought of it. It's about to appear, that move, Wang Yuqian's hands tightly grasped the back of the seat in front of him, and his whole voice changed due to trembling. "Sister Yuqian, what's that move?" Xiaoyu couldn't help but ask. "That move, a tornado, it can break up the flame-spraying beam of light into a flame vortex. That move, it's a miracle." Wang Yuqian has completely lost her calm mind, like chasing stars. She wants to. The star I am chasing is the current Xiao Baobao. Tornado? How is it possible? That move is not very powerful. How can it disintegrate the jet of flames? Wang Qian on the side shouted in surprise. Jetting flames will be a powerful offensive move in the future after her fire dinosaur evolves into a fire-breathing dragon. However, she heard now, that jetting flames can be disintegrated by ordinary tornadoes. How could this not make Wang Qian feel incredible? There are many mysteries in the elven world. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Wang Yuqian gave Wang Qian a cold look, making the latter tremble. Now, in Wang Yuqian's eyes, Gyarados is an elf race that constantly creates miracles. From King Magikarp's fish leaping through the Dragon Gate evolution, to Yang Yu's giant Gyarados one behind the other, and now this normal-sized Gyarados, little Gyarados. It's a miracle. Miracle, you know, ignorant girl. You should let Yang Yu come over and beat you to tears to realize how powerful he is. Wang Yuqian suddenly wanted to go back to a group of carp kings, the kind that fill a pond. Don't ask why, just ask and you will be invincible. Come on little Bao Bao. Wang Yuqian stood up in the stands, waved his hands and shouted. All he needed was the fluorescent cheering stick in his hand. However, Wang Yuqian has a way. Kyrulian, come out and use flash to support. Many spectators in the stands were stunned. Isn't that the girl who came with Yang Yu before? Isn't she so pretty? Hong Kong was shocked. Wang Yuqian, Luo Feng was stunned. Yang Yu saw the auditorium not far away. Wang Yuqian actually let her Kyrulian come out, used the flashing technique to light up the 5 characters Go Gyarados in the stands, and acted as a cheerleader to cheer for the children. Come on Ba. The most handsome boy in the whole room has to be you, Mr. Wang Yuqian. I'm so embarrassed. Is the person who used the flash technique, the loyal female fan of Yang Yajun? Lily Ying couldn't help but stretched out her hand to block the light in front of her eyes, thinking faintly between her delicate eyebrows, but, why is Gyarados coming on, instead of Yang Yajun? Come on? It seems a little strange, but not much different. After all, it is Yang Yajun's Gyarados. At this moment, in the air of the dojo, there was a strong wind. Little Bao Bao rotated his body at high speed, and once again guided the reply shield that had appeared around him. Now, little Bao Bao is protected by the wind. Salted fish, not afraid of thrusts. It's time to charge. Roar. Xiao Bao Bao roared loudly. In the stands, Yang Yu only felt that his forehead was congested, and a surge of blood from the bottom of his heart surged into his heart, and he swung his right fist fiercely towards the sky. Charge. Whirlwind charge. Keep going. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huoqiang Xiao. Chapter 415. Whirlwind charge. What's that move? The next second, when the Gyarados swept over the dojo with a tornado, the broken rock airspace formed by the surrounding invisible rocks, all trembled. This tremor is like causing a domino effect. The large area of broken rock airspace above the entire dojo is guided by the strong suction caused by the high-speed rotation of Gyarados. These suspended broken stones are not controlled by the big rock snake. It began to condense towards the tornado formed by Xiao Bao Bao's body. Sand and dust. At this moment, flying all over the sky. This is. Luo Feng's pupils shrank and his voice couldn't help but tremble. Sandstorm. A simulated sandstorm field. This is an even better fighting venue for the big rock snake than before. Oh my god. The broken rock area formed by the invisible rock in the air, has already made it difficult for Gyarados to attack. Now, he has created a sandstorm on his own. What is he doing? Creating an advantage for the opponent conditions. Is this really the case? Yang Yu's eyes were fixed on the flying sand and dust. Unfortunately, without windproof goggles, he could not clearly see the real situation on the battlefield, but he knew very well. Within the surrounding tornadoes, small storms will not be affected by sandstorms. The scariest thing about Retaliate Shield is that it uses moves to form a move shield around a body that is difficult to break. Not only can it block the opponent's attacks, it can even be used to defend and counter-attack with the shield. Rolling up dust. It's just the visual effect brought by the venue, but what about the reality? Ha ha ha, God help me. What a stupid Gyarados, if you don't take the road to heaven, hell will come to you without a door. Sandstorm, this is the most advantageous weather environment for the big rock snake. Although it is simulated, but thank you to Tornado for your help, Sato Fuji felt that the victory did not come easily. This opponent. Is it mindless? Isn't this hand delivering victory to his doorstep? It seems that Lily Sakura's vision can also make mistakes. Big rock snake, rock collapse, Sato Fuji's eyes widened. Click, click, click. The big rock snake raised its extremely hard head and faced the figure mixed with blue light in the sand and dust that hit the sky. At the same time, the broken rocks around it integrated into large rocks and moved towards that figure. The position of Gyarados dropped crazily. Oh dash. Boom. The impact of the tornado reaches the body of the big rock snake. Xiao Baobao's blow was filled with rage all over his body, whether it was the sensory rage in his vision or the rage in his heart caused by the impact of these broken rocks, all of which brought him with this impact, to use all his strength. Oh! The big rock snake's eyes suddenly popped out in the sandstorm, and the huge body that kept spinning on his hard head, had no intention of stopping at all. Click! Rock slides of various sizes fell around the tornado, as if they had been struck by a sharp wind knife, making a harsh scraping sound. As the harsh sound faded away, an astonishing scene appeared. These rock blocks, suffering the full disintegration of a tornado. Even tough rocks, can't withstand the wind. What's even more incredible is, when the tornado brought these high-speed rotating rocks and bombarded the big rock snake, the sound of kick, 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 kick rocks hitting the steel was extremely clear in the entire dojo. What is that sound? The rocks rolled up by the tornado, are attacking the big rock snake. This sound, my God, who is helping whom? That's right. Who is helping whom? The surrounding wind and sand slowly fell down after the huge impact. On the dojo, you could vaguely see the colliding bodies of two large elves in the yellow sand. The big rock snake kept making harsh sounds under the impact of wind and broken rocks. Although the broken rocks could not cause much damage to the big rock snake's steel body, the scene at this time had already turned upside down. Gyarados. With an incredible attack technique. Disintegrate the invisible rock of the great rock snake. The rock avalanche that disintegrated the giant rock snake. Disintegration, the sandstorm venue where the big rock snake is most suitable for fighting. Oh dash. Tornado charge. The impact of the tornado spiral, even steel, cannot withstand the sharp edge of the drill. This is impossible. Sato Fuji stepped back 3 steps with a kick, 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 kick. His eyes were so wide open that he was about to fall off, as if he had seen a battle scene that was simply incomprehensible. Oh dash. The strong steel body of the big rock snake was unable to withstand the impact of the small tornado, and its precarious body, finally fell towards the ground of the dojo under the subsequent impact. Boom. The nearly 9-meter-long rock snake fell heavily to the ground. How terrifying was it? The entire fighting ground of the dojo seemed to be affected by an earthquake, and at the same time, bursts of gravel and dust were raised. Almost all the spectators at the scene could not help but reach out and cover their ears, especially those who were following the direction in which the big rock snake fell. They were so frightened that they began to run for their lives in a panic, for fear of being crushed by the fallen big rock snake. Fortunately, the dojo only looked smaller. In fact, the fallen rock snake was still within a safe range. However, the loud noise it made when it fell still scared many people. Yang Yu. I want to learn this move. Luo Feng grabbed Yang Yu's shoulders with great force, his eyes bright and sharp. Invisible rock, it turns out that it can be cracked like this. Damn it, how could Luo Feng not think of such a whirlwind charge tornado? Cool, so cool. Luo Feng really wants to learn. Captain Luo, you don't know how to tornado. Besides spinning around in circles, what else can you do? I said, I want my Gyarados to learn this trick. Luo Feng gritted his teeth. Yang Yu was obviously being cunning. First of all, you have to learn from me to shout like this, charge. Whirlwind charge. Captain Luo, why are you looking at me like this? This move has to be shouted like this. Only by shouting like this can it be possible to use it. Yang Yu looked serious. Clenched his fist with his right hand, extremely serious. Luo Feng. Yang Yu, the way you look at me, do you think I am a fool? Fuji Sato watched helplessly as the victory that was delivered to his door was swept away by the wind. Didn't he always have an advantage at hand? Why was it that suddenly, the good situation was turned upside down by his opponent at this moment? That move just now, what the hell was it? Why? His big rock snake is a steel big rock snake that has been coated with metal coating almost all over its body. Its body is gradually becoming steel. This didn't even block Gyarados' blow. How can this be? No. Not yet, we haven't lost yet. Big rock snake, use burrow, earthquake. Sato Fuji's pupils were bloodshot, and at this time he seemed to be in a daze because of the sudden defeat. The crazy sound brought the entire dojo to a standstill. Wisdom is gone. Fuji Sato, you idiot. Yuri Sakura frowned behind the windowsill and began to curse. If it wasn't in full view of everyone, she would have wanted to go on stage and slap that bastard. Use burrowing and earthquake to deal with flying elves? What the hell are you? Your brain is flooded. Sure enough, the next second. Teacher, this person, is he stupid? All elementary school students know that ground-type moves have no effect on flying elves, can earthquakes, can still shake the sky. Ha 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 ha, I won't be like this big fool in the future, who can't even figure out the basic rules of move restraint. It's better to take the big rock snake home to farm. It's okay to let the big rock snake turn over the soil. Fighting elves against each other, it's just mindless. Jeers. It was so sudden. Fuji Sato was so angry. He was so proud of his fighting method that he was killed by Yang Yu's Gyarados in one hit. Although it feels a bit incredible, sometimes, things often don't happen. This happened, Zhang Huiyu sighed. That move just now, what was it called? Wan Kaizu was still very interested in the name of the move. The voice that Yang Yu shouted just now sounded a bit vague. What's a whirlwind? What kind of tornado? Zhang Huiyu thought for a while and shook his head. Tornado charge tornado. This name is awesome. Wan Kaizu was very excited. His personality is very out of the box, the soul of the second grade is burning. In the dojo. Little Bao Bao slowly floated up from the ground. Although his head was a little dizzy, he came closer to see the big steel fool digging a hole in the ground. Dig quickly, dig quickly. At the same time, the little dream demon smiled and floated next to the two-part person. You go on, use ground-type moves as you like. Please start your performance. If you hit Xiao Bao Bao, my little dream demon will lose. Fuji Sato had a vague urge to collapse. You bully people. Please vote. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huoqiang Xiao. Chapter 417. The little dream demon had a 10-game winning streak ribbon tied on her head, and she was sitting on Yang Yu's hair, with her little hands folded in front of her chest, showing off triumphantly, but she was so awesome. Carrot. Snored. What a arrogant little guy, but he fought well. Yang Yu reached out and rubbed the little dream monster's head. Sao Nansha. The little dream demon immediately abandoned Yang Yu's mount and sat on Quarren Weng's smooth head. He looked so arrogant, as if he didn't want to be with Yang Yu and others without ribbons. Dislike. It's almost time to eat, get ready to go. Yang Yu looked at the time, it was almost 12 o'clock. Well, let's leave first and come back to the dojo in the afternoon. It will be of great help in actual combat, Wenren Fang Chen said. When Luo Feng heard that Yang Yu was leaving, he immediately pulled Yang Yu's hand and said with an expectant look, "This move must be taught. The tuition will be based on the price of the golden legendary move. One move will cost 1.5 million elf coins. Including the teaching fee, 3 million elf coins." Yang Yu's eyes lit up, but he didn't agree immediately. Time does not allow it now, at least until after the national competition. Individual competition, especially for a large elf like Gyarados, the power of the tornado charge tornado move just now can be seen. Even if it is already in the whole body, even the giant rock snake with its steel body cannot resist it, so the training venue must be big enough. To be more serious, Yang Yuzhen was worried that Luo Feng's Gyarados head wasn't strong enough, which meant that it didn't have enough momentum during impact. Little Gyarados was personally trained by the Salted Fish King using Salted Fish Sting and Surfing. This indomitable impact alone is unmatched by ordinary Gyarados. In this way, after the individual competition, bring your Gyarados for special training. Yang Yu suddenly discovered. It seems like a long time has passed since the last training class held by teacher Yang. Spring is here, and it's the season for training classes. No problem, Luo Feng agreed happily. According to the rules of the individual competition, due to Yang Yu's outstanding individual performance in the team competition, he does not need to participate in the first 5 rounds. Fortunately, the personal points of Wenren Fang Chen and Gao Mao can also allow them to participate in the first 2 rounds. Bye. You guys are really going too far. Hong Kong's tragic voice sounded in the competition accommodation hotel provided by the school. Kun Kun, let's work hard today too. Kunkin, we are optimistic about you. Go, Kun Kun, we must win. Sao Nansha. Hong Kong felt like he had suffered 1,000,000 points of critical damage in his heart. Can you do whatever you want if you have a bye in the previous game? Yang Yu, Wenren Fang Chen and Gao Mao told him very clearly with their actions. You can do whatever you want. You 3, just watch me go to the battlefield to compete, while you stay in the hotel to fight the landlord. Hong Kong's eyes felt like they were starting to get angry. It's just a game. With Kun Kun's strength, he can kill his opponent in seconds, Yang Yu said with a smile. Yeah. That's right. Although Yang Yuzhan said this, he still got up, took the room key card and walked out. Let's go and see how our 403 Kunkin performs in the first game. The first 3 rounds of trials are a kind of protection for first-year trainers. Only players who can stand out after 5 rounds of competition have a certain guarantee of strength. In the first half of the schedule, the 3v3 elf battle mode is used, that is, both sides can use 3 elves until all 3 elves on one side lose the ability to fight. At the same time, there are random battle venues. The 6th round of the competition, which is the second half of the schedule, is a 6v6 match. For players with less than 6 elves, it is very disadvantageous. I am talking about most freshman trainers here. The 30 million individual competition championship bonus, how much is it? Yang Yu stood at the gate and gestured in the direction of the big poster. Not much, less than 100 meals. A sighing voice came from behind. Yang Yu's face was stunned, and suddenly he felt a breath in his chest, as if he hadn't breathed. Wang Yuqian's figure appeared in front of Yang Yu and the others, accompanied by several contestants from Hangzhou Elf University who came to participate in the first round. 1 meal, 300,000. Wang Yuqian stretched out 3 fingers and turned his wrist in front of Yang Yu with a smile on his face. You know what I mean? Yang Yu's throat made a dong noise. How could he not understand what Wang Yuqian meant? Damn it, a full meal for the Salted Fish King is obviously more than 300,000, okay. Calculating it this way, it seems that there are really less than 100 meals. But, Wang Yuqian, why do you say this in front of me? Return to 0. A more terrifying voice appeared above Yang Yu's head. The little dream demon clicked the calculator again. If you let the Salted Fish King eat it, 30 million can last for at least a month, but if you want to give it to the little dream demon, damn it, it can all be reset to 0 in 1 second. Thinking about it this way, it seems that there is no difference between 30 million and 3,000 yuan. Besides, the Salted Fish King may not be willing to eat just the energy cubes. He probably is still thinking about eating some electric balls or something. After all, the electric balls are probably just like jumping to the Salted Fish King. Like sugar. It crackled and sizzled in the mouth, and it was quite refreshing to eat. Wang Yuqian had seen the power of little dream demons reset to 0 calculator in the forest team competition. Not to mention making girls cry, even men were not spared. There were several strong men who were raped back then. The mental attack of return to 0 made the whole person cry. Ding! Yang Yu's cell phone rang with the message. At the same time, Wang Yuqian and Gao Mao's mobile phones also sounded the sound of receiving messages. Brothers, I have to leave first. The military camp is gathering urgently. The innocent expression on Gao Mao's chubby face suddenly turned serious, and his relaxed appearance along with his roommates changed into a different one at this moment. Be in high spirits. I have received joint news from the Elf Alliance and Fudan Elf University, Yang Yu said in a deep voice. Me too, Wang Yuqian also frowned. What happened? Wenren Fangchen and Hong Kong were confused. Why didn't we receive it? Several Hangzhou University contestants behind Wang Yuqian were also very confused as to why they had not received the news. Yang Yu, Wenren Fangchen, Hong Kong, and this, madam, brothers, I'm leaving first. As expected, let's go. Sao Nansha. Gao Mao's trembling flesh, under his unswerving running pace, not only did not make people feel disgusted, but even gave him an unknown feeling of respect. A natural elf secret realm is about to disappear. The Elf Alliance and Fudan Elf University jointly informed me that after receiving the text message, I immediately went to the first conference room for an emergency gathering. Yang Yu frowned tightly. The secret realm of elves is gone. Wenren Fangchen and Hong Kong both felt the seriousness of this matter. I didn't expect that something like this would happen in this year's national competition. Every year, the natural elf secret realms will be more or less affected due to climate reasons, especially in the early spring of each year. If some elf secret realms are affected by certain factors, if the factors cannot survive the winter, the vegetation in the secret realm will not be able to recover in spring, the elf secret realm may die. Wang Yuqian's face was solemn. Dadu, come out, we will go to the first conference room of Fudan immediately. Yeah. Back. Pokemon's Character Master. Author, AI Ren Huoqiang Xiao. Chapter 418. First Meeting Room. Yang Yu saw many familiar faces. At least, most of these faces had been seen before, during the aerial battle in the forest team competition, including Fang Tian, the leader of the Xiongnan Elf University, who was playing against each other for the first time. Yang Yu. Vice President Kang. Yang Yu said goodbye to Wang Yuqian, and Wang Yuqian walked to the team in Hangzhou. Yang Yu and Kang Henan found a place to sit down together. Vice President Kang, about the demise of this elven secret realm. Yang Yu asked in a low voice. Although everyone in the conference room had not arrived yet, the surrounding atmosphere was as if it was shrouded in clouds and mist, and it was very dull. I hope there is no problem in that secret realm. Kang Henan's eyes were wandering and his brows were furrowed. The matter seemed to be more serious than Yang Yu imagined. Vice President Kang? The elf secret realm has died. Yang Yu asked again carefully. Yang Yu had never been exposed to such things. Even when he was in high school, all he knew about the elf secret realm was that there are rich resources in the elf secret realm and the resources are much better than outside. There are so many, protecting the environment is to protect the secret realm of elves. It was like a very sudden news appeared in front of Yang Yu. After all, when facing the word die, there will always be a sad mood in his heart. Perhaps, a trainer who loves the elf world will have such emotions in his heart. Yang Yu has completely integrated into this incredible world of elves. He has an extraordinary yearning for this real world of elves. All these changes are because he has the salted fish king, Dede, and Xiao Xiao. Fish, after having Little Dream Demon and Little Bao Bao. Brought by feedback under the subtle influence of the elf. Everyone. I am Yaya Shun, the person in charge of the Elf Alliance national competition. News came from the Zhejiang Elf Alliance. Zhejiang is in the northeast, and the Chunlin River Elf Secret Realm, due to the melting of ice and snow in spring, a huge flood occurred. The Zhejiang Elf Alliance has organized a water system. The elf rescue team went to the flooded area to rescue with all their strength, but, the elf secret realm suffered an irreversible demise. At the rostrum, Yaya Shun, the person in charge of the Elf Alliance national competition, said seriously. To all the outstanding trainers in the national competition, the elf secret realm is related to the ecological balance of the elf world. Everyone has learned its principles as early as high school. This time, the Zhejiang Elf Alliance issued a request for support within the alliance, requesting a large number of senior trainers, went to the Chunlin River Elf Secret Realm to guide and transfer the elf population in the secret realm. Here, the Magic City Elf Alliance has responded to this request and is striving for the rescue operation of the Chunlin River Elf Secret Realm for everyone. Strength, sometimes, often means responsibility. Chunlin River, why is it Chunlin River? Kang Henan's voice began to tremble incoherently. Yang Yu looked at Vice President Kang's appearance, immediately stretched out his hand to press Kang Henan's arm, suppressed his voice and said hoarsely, Vice President Kang, is there anything wrong with this Chunlin River Elf Secret Realm? Yang Yu, Kang Henan's eyes were extremely red due to excitement. He grabbed Yang Yu's wrist tightly. You freshmen, probably have never met the president of our elite alliance, right? Yang Yu was suddenly stunned. The president of the elite alliance. The president of the elite alliance of Hangzhou Elf University of Electronic Science and Technology. For a moment, Yang Yu was speechless. It seems that this is indeed the case. Ever since the 4 members of 403 joined the school's elite league, the person in charge of matters in the elite league has always been Vice President Kang Haonan Kang. As for the president of the elite league, everyone seems to have forgotten about it. Yang Yu is no exception. Even when it comes to the national competition, logically, the president of the elite league is also a senior student. Like Vice President Kang, he should be in his last year of college to participate, right? But why? In the forest team competition, the president didn't show up either. Our president, his name is Mu Xiaotang. The Mu next to the word he means young and upright. Kang Henan's voice had a hint of sobs at this time. He got a temporary job in the Elf Alliance, go to an elven secret realm and serve as an observer and maintainer of the secret realm. This time is a year, A whole year. Only during the Chinese New Year can I go back home. Then why did he do this? Yang Yu couldn't help but ask. In the past, our school's ranking in the national competition was not high, and there was no way to obtain good resources in the elf secret realm. In addition to the national competition, there was also a voluntary trip to the elf secret realm, just like President Mu, to guard and protect it for a year. 1 year in the elf secret realm, and at the same time, the school can get one more place to enter the secret realm. Kang Hanan gasped bitterly. This is the only other way in ordinary universities to obtain resources from good elven secret realms, and it must be a voluntary application. The secret realm he went to is this, the Chunlin River secret realm in Zhejiang province, which is also the secret realm of elves that is about to disappear. Kang Hanan's eyes were blank, and his mouth was buzzing, and he didn't know what he was talking about, as if he had lost all time. Old Mew. This year our national team competition, ranked 20th, Kang Hanan murmured, there was a freshman named Yang Yu who led us to complete this almost impossible feat. According to the news from the Zhejiang Elf Alliance, the observers, researchers, and vegetation and elf protection personnel in the elf secret realm have all been contacted. Now, what you have to do is to help the protectors in the secret realm, bring more elves, take them out of the Chunlin River secret realm and move them to a safe area. There is a certain degree of danger in this secret rescue operation, so there are more professional military camps to protect all trainers. Yang Yu, just now, did he say, that Lao Mu is safe now? Kang Hanan's eyes immediately brightened when he heard the person in charge's words, but he was afraid that he heard wrongly. The same thing happened, shaking Yang Yu's arm tightly, wanting to hear Yang Yu's answer. Yang Yu immediately looked seriously into Kang Hanan's eyes and nodded vigorously. There is no problem with the safety of all observers, researchers, and protection personnel in the elf secret realm. Therefore, our President Mu is safe now. Yang Yu placed a strong emphasis on the words our President Mu. It's safe, it's good to be safe, it's good to be safe, Lao Mu. This was the first time Yang Yu saw Vice President Kang losing control of his emotions, but he could understand such a mood. Just like him and Wen Renfang Chen, Hong Kong, and Gao Mao. This is called brother. Dear trainers, I am the organizer of this national competition, Zhang Qiuchen, the president of Fudan University in Shanghai. The path of a trainer is not just to look at the cluster of hills on the top of the mountain, but to pay attention to your steps and the responsibility you carry with every step. Elves are a gift from the elf world to humans. With the demise of the elf secret realm, as responsible trainers, we can do what we can. All outstanding trainers from the national competition, go to the Chunlin River secret realm. This is your individual competition. The president of Fudan Elf University in the magical capital took a deep look at everyone in the conference room. There are still some words that remain silently in my heart. This world is left to you after all. Don't learn to cherish it until you lose it. It should be considered an adventure element. Please give me a vote. Ying ying ying.